Hello and welcome to another game of the reverse captain's mode tournament. It is the third edition of the aToD or aToD, and we are going to be seeing a game between Empire and 4FC. And both of these teams so far have played 2 matches in the group stage that they're in. There's a group Europe and there's a group Americas. And both of these teams have won. They're both games. Now the other team that has played 3 matches that is also doing really well is Mousesports. And one of these 2 teams is going to be on par with Mousesports. Mousesports have played, like I said, 3 games. And has won 2, lost 1. And one of these 2 teams is going to go through 3-0 and the other one is going to be sitting on a 3-1. And the thing about this is that this is, of course, like I said, a group stage, but only the top 2 of the group go through. And these 3 teams that I just mentioned will still be fighting for that second slot, I'd say, because I think if Empire would win this game, they've won from both Mouse and from 4FC. So we're gonna be seeing how they're gonna be doing. 4FC still has to face up against Mouse, so we also still have to see that one, I think, later on in the week. But it is definitely a deciding match for who will take the top slot at this moment in the group stage. The other group, of course, is Group Americas. If you want to check that out, then you should head over to aToD. Not today, though. Not today. Also not today is, or at least if you were watching my stream earlier today, you might have heard S4 saying that he will co-cast, but he actually had to go AFK, so unfortunately I am by myself, and it was too late to get myself another co-cast, or at least there was one, but well, without joking, but it was a bit too late for that as well, because we were already loading in at that point. Anyway, before we jump ourselves into the draft, just a quick rundown of what you can expect. Right now we see 4FC having their turn to draft. The heroes that they pick appear on the top. So the heroes that you see here are drafted by 4FC. The heroes that you see here, like the Phantom Assassin already, is drafted by Empire. Now there are some other rules. Namely, you have to draft 2 ranged heroes for your opponent team. Next to that, you are forced to also draft at least 1 intellect, 1 strength, and 1 agility hero. So that's kind of mandatory, as we have seen a lot of teams trying to already get all the requirements out in those first 3 picks, purely because then it will be tough for their opponent's side to ban out heroes that are necessary and that are just less favored. Let's not say bad. Less favored. Wait a second. I need to drink some water after I choked, apparently. Okay. So we already have a Meepo and a Medusa banned out, and those 2 have been banned out for the entire tournament so far. We have seen Phases Void and Huskar being picked up for each other, but this tournament will not have that. And we have Empire, who has of course played 2 matches yesterday that they were victorious in, where they were the team that actually drafted different heroes than what we've seen before. For example, for their opponent team, they drafted an Invoker, a Witch Doctor, and I believe even an Enigma. So we're going to be seeing what they're going to be having in store for 4FC today, as we see 4FC handing over the Death Prophet and the Bloodseeker. Both of those no disable, so I have to say the combination of the 2 is quite okay. If Bloodseeker gets an okay start, which is of course easy to shut down in the case of Bloodseeker, but if he does get an okay start, you can go for ganks with him, and Death Prophet can come in and just start pushing those towers down, as she is a fairly heavy pushing hero. On the side of 4FC, we see a Skeleton King, and that is the first one that we see in this game with a solid disable. A Zeus, and a Phantom Assassin. Now all 3 attributes for both teams are already out, and both of the teams have already got 1 range, so we are going to be seeing some range ban outs. And the first pick is going to Empire, so they'll probably not ban out everything, because otherwise they don't have anything stupid to give away to 4FC anymore. And well, no, just that. And Spirit Breaker picked up. This is the first time that we're actually going to be seeing Spirit Breaker, because he has been banned out most of the times, and not in the first banning stage. But when he was banned out, it was always in the second banning stage. But they are going to be forced to play it, though. I have to say again, if you're going to be having to go for a gank, Bloodseeker, Spirit Breaker, I mean, Spirit Breaker is a bit of a global hero, and he can definitely be doing some damage. As again, if that gank is successful, Death Prophet with their Exorcism will be doing quite an okay job. But the thing is, like I've now been saying a couple of abilities, they all need levels. And so far, that's something that, of course, 4FC is going to try to stop. 4FC, Phantom Assassin on their side. We've seen Phantom Assassin mostly played as an off-lane hero. On the, well, I'm going to say suicide lane, but we have seen a lot of aggressive tri lanes this season already, so we might see that today as well. Skeleton King going to probably be played as a support purely for his disable. Zeus either mid or also as support, as we actually saw Zeus played as support yesterday by Empire themselves, where Zeus got himself triple kills and double kills, and he was actually really rich support. The bans so far, we have got 3 range banned out on the side of Empire. It is gonna be the Lich, the Naga Siren as well, or 3 range, that's not a range, Naga Siren's not a range, but yeah. She's gonna be banned out together with the Chen, which is of course a ranged hero. With some hard carries being banned out by 4FC, a Morphling ranged of course, but Animated Phantom Lancer are the ones that they don't want to be having. And we're gonna be seeing a Jakiro pick up. Now I kinda like Jakiro, I'm a fan of Jakiro. He had a period of time where he was picked up almost non-stop in competitive Dota. And even now he still makes appearances. And if you combine him up with a Skeleton King and go roaming, and like me, you have a stun, you have an ice path to follow up, there's a lot of damage they can do. But this kind of says, like, you know, Empire, they know what kind of heroes they have, so they want to pick up heroes that are squishy against the hero they already have. So Spirit Breaker Jakiro, I mean, he can't really run away from that one. The bashes will hurt him, and we're going to be seeing a Riki pickup. Again, I have to say I'm not too sure about this pickup, because Zeus and Jakiro both are gonna be fairly squishy against him. The thing is though, with picking up a Jakiro for 4FC, they kind of forced the Zeus or the Skeleton King to be one of the farming heroes, and one of the maybe a solo mid hero, as we're gonna be seeing the last pickup for Empire. They no longer need a ranged pickup to go to 4FC.
10 seconds remaining.
Ooh.
5.
I will check something with an admin, because apparently the game is not visible inside Dota TV. I will type it right here. And there's an X. We have actually seen an X before. I kind of like X. Again, we've actually seen an X today. I hope that you watched that game. Otherwise, go watch Mouse Sports versus Alliance, game number 2 of the G1 League. He can be a very big threat, especially if he gets the momentum
10 seconds remaining.
In the early game. And we're gonna see if that is gonna be handed over to 4FC, because I mean that's kind of needed, and it's fairly tough for Axe to get a good start with the heroes that they have. Although either it works out brilliantly or it will fail miserably. And there will be a remake for the Dota TV ticket for people that are watching and want to watch inside the game client. There will probably be a remake for Dota TV, and that also means that we're gonna be having a co-caster after that, as the Razor is the last pickup. Of course, we knew that 4FC still needed to pick up a ranged hero for their opponents. I kind of like Razor again. Every hero has got such a strong suit. I mean, the thing about Dota is, I mean, there's basically no underpowered heroes, or at least there shouldn't be. And there, yes, and there's only heroes that are overpowered more than others. And like, if every hero has one of the strong suits. I'm kind of interested to see how they're gonna be laning this, as of course they have got multiple options. On the side of Empire, they have maybe a bit less options, purely because they don't really have any solid supports, but we'll find that out after we remade. Because like I said, it has to be in Dota TV, otherwise people that bought the ticket can't be watching the game. And that is needed, as we are not seeing anything yet from the remake. Hopefully it will soon be there. Shared unit control.
Prepare for battle.
Let me type this. And I also will do the overlays. And of course, like I said, I mean, there was a change of plans. In terms of casters, as it looks like the teams there, because the admin already disconnected. There we go. Should be available. I don't know then. Well, ain't available. Thank you. Hassles. 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 So it means that we see Twista clearing out some trees.
30 seconds to
go remake. There we go. Have the call. Let's do it. Let's remake and let's go instantly leave the game. And you can see the lobby. I can. Remake soon. Remake in a moment. That means that we are going to be having a co-caster with us. I'm going to be calling him straight away because I can. And there we go. Join. Yay. Okay, so, like I said, co-caster, and the name of the co-caster is Vykromond. I know, this is an awkward cast so far, but it's basically because of the TV. Was kind of awkward, and the admins didn't know how to tell the teams. Anyways, hello, I already called you, and we're still in the broadcast, because I'm not going to do a whole remake of the introduction thingy, because I want to have the draft in the VOD, because that's like part of the deal. Like, that's part of the fun.
Yeah, definitely. The draft is almost the most interesting part.
Yeah.
Or at least so far, in the only other thing that we cast together, I think the draft was 3 times longer than the length of the game.
Probably somewhere around that. Yeah, that was a very short game.
It was very short. We had some issues. People were muted because of the global mute functionality in Dota that's been fixed now. I think we had a rage quit. People were smoking during the game. It was just not very well coordinated. But hopefully this game, 4FC Empire, very established teams. Empire has been tearing it up. They really draft non-traditionally in aToD. Like, they don't just go for the give the other team 5 carries. They're a lot more subtle than that, as you mentioned, I think, earlier.
Yeah. Oh. Well, sorry. Slightly distracted by the chat for a second. By the way, I have an opinion question to ask. Now, he is not in this game, but Empire yesterday drafted an Invoker for Mouse.
Yes. And they won that, I think, right?
Yeah, they ended up winning that, but Invoker did really good.
Right. So Invoker is an interesting hero. He's actually still used at the professional level in non-reverse captain's mode. Some Asian teams will draft him up. The issue with Invoker is lanes. I think if you look at Empire's drafting strategy for reverse CM in general in this tournament, it's less to do with trying to pick the worst heroes and more to do with trying to pick very bad lanes for the other team. And then if they can win the laning phase overall, they can then sort of take the rest of the game. So they're willing to give sort of decent support heroes or ranged heroes to the other team, as long as they feel like it's not overall a coherent strategy that will work for them.
Then what do you think about the pickup of the Jakiro for 4FC in this case?
Yeah, I don't know about the Jakiro.
Yeah, because he makes for an okay lane, especially, I mean, the lanes for 4FC are actually quite decent, I think. I mean, you can sack the solo lane if you want to, and you can send Axe inside the jungle, you can have Zeus mid, you can have PA farming bottom, and then do a tri lane there. Maybe even aggressive tri lane, have Axe free farming bottom.
So they're gonna run, what, Zeus mid, I suppose? And then PA support?
No.
So,
no,
or PA farming,
farming.
Skeleton King, Jakiro as the supports.
Yeah.
And then Axe in the jungle. Yeah, I think that sounds decent. Jakiro
or aggressive tri lane. And then set Axe in the safe lane.
If they run an aggressive try, I would love to see somebody else solo safe and then Axe creep skipping. because that would actually really choke off the ability of Empire to actually get farm in that safe lane. I don't know if you saw this morning the game between
Mouse
Alliance and Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane. It does require that you get Rish level 1, but I don't know if they're going to get it this time. They don't have the right
They do have Skeleton King and Axe. I don't know.
They've got Skeleton King and Axe, but Axe in and of himself, and PA will get the lifesteal as well, but it's just not enough damage. They don't have enough tank ability to actually do it. It would take a very, very long time. Like, it wouldn't be worth it because the time spent doing Roche would push them out past, like, 1 minute into the game. But I think they are going to go what I said. So they're going to run the Axe creep skipping in this aggressive tri-lane, and then PA solo bot. I mentioned this in our last cashier, but I actually think PA is first ban material in aToD because if you don't get farm for her, she doesn't just not carry, she's actually completely useless. So putting her in the solo safe might give Trilly the sort of ability to actually get some farm on this Phantom Assassin. And that would be, I think, a first in this tournament.
I think I've seen her doing okay once, but that was a very long game, so she actually had the time to do okay.
Right, right.
But that is, yeah, she needs the time, and otherwise she needs an amazing start, and if she doesn't get that, like you said, she has a slow. Yay! That's
exactly.
about it.
It is a bad slow, and that's literally it.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what, I guess they're running Bloodseeker jungle in this game? Is that what it looks like to you?
Alright. Bloodseeker is actually,
he's got Quelling and Stout Shield and Healing Salve.
Yeah. Let's go over quickly who's playing what, because for Empire, who is going to be harassed already because the aggressive Trylon is coming into the jungle from low ground. Well, Bagel is going to be once again standing in for Empire. He's going to be playing the Razor. Looks like he is a support Razor, has got 1 ward and has got otherwise nothing. Scandal, and the Ricky will be doing the farming here. And, whoa. Keep skipping with 3 heroes. Let's see how that's gonna go. Strangely already silenced up. He still has the counter healing, so dual breath. Look at Scandal. He just melts, jumps himself away. Will it be enough? Iconoclast chasing him down, already getting at least so much attack damage. Bagel gonna be chasing that. I mean, why would you need items if you can just steal attack damage from someone else, right?
Definitely. Razor is not the strongest support, but it's true that Static Link, he's actually less item intensive than a lot of other carries are, because Static Link makes up for so much. And he'll have pretty good damage every time that the Static Link actually survives for a long duration of time. Like 74 damage, considering he's carrying no items, like his inventory consists solely of 1 Observer Ward, is actually not at all bad.
Indeed. We have of course Twister playing the Bloodseeker, as you already pointed out. I kind of don't want to move my camera away from the top lane for now, even though on the bottom lane we might have something going on. No, it's fine. It is Vegas playing the playing the Spirit Breaker, and it is in the mid lane Blow Your Brain on the Death Prophet, and now we'll leave 4FC to be introduced by you if Bagel stops doing stuff, etc. It is interesting to see. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
definitely. So for 4FC, Trilly their captain is on the bottom as this Phantom Assassin solo. Their tri-lane, including creep skipping axe, is Strongbee, Slombomb, and Iconoclast, and then in the middle, Blomberg is playing up on this Zeus against the Death Prophet. Doing well so far, by the way. 10 last hits, not bad.
I have to say though, Scandal, indeed, he is. Oh, Scandal's doing really well as well. Oh, silence up for Iconoclast, no stun for him. Hasn't used it once so far. Plasma Field helping out, Dual Breath slowing him down. Twister might actually be getting killed off here, and that is gonna be first blood. Bam! Iconoclast picks it up, and it is Ricky that is gonna be going down here as well. Gets locked inside. They don't even need to use Battle Word unless he Blink Strikes away. Plasma Field is nice, and they're forced out. They might be able to get a kill on the Jakiro here. Slumbomb, 1 hit away from dying, is gonna be going down there. The creeps do the job. That ranged creep did it all, and it is gonna be forcing Scandal away still. That's nice. That's all they get out of it. Blow Your Brain actually rotating, but didn't get anything anymore. It was too late.
4FC are kind of forgetting about the Blink Strike from Ricky, I feel. That's actually the 2nd time that Scandal has escaped certain death by Blink Striking to a friendly unit. Because of course Blink Strike goes to any unit, you just don't get the extra attack if you go to a friendly. So he's actually been very good about escaping, and he's found some gold per minute. The problem here is that due to all the creep skipping, if you look at the XP situation, basically both teams are really suffering. Only Razor, only Bagel has actually managed to stay in enough to get any sort of levels. But over time, this is going to start favoring 4FC as long as they can continue keeping the pressure up.
Yeah, it will depend on how much they can shut down Scandal at the start. Of course, as I have been told that we might still not have Dota TV.
Oh, really?
But,
yeah, I actually don't see it either. That's weird. It's a bug, maybe.
Yeah, I told the admin, and it's their call about if we're going to be changing anything or not. Because with this start already, you can't really do this over. Kinda. I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of... Well, you can load the game, I think, is the only thing.
But you can't load the game and put it in the ticket, I believe.
Is that right?
I'm not entirely sure how that goes.
I think the way it works is that you host the lobby, and then there's a load game button option after you actually make it, and it loads that state. But I'm not sure. I don't know. It could just be a bug. We can ask Valve later.
Yeah.
The one thing is, I think over time, Vigos is going to really start... Yeah, you've already seen this. At the very beginning, Trilly was actually farming better in this bottom lane on the Phantom Assassin. But as the levels rack up, Spirit Breaker actually starts to get a pretty serious advantage. You can see he's actually diving kind of hard. I don't think he can get the kill necessarily, but every time Greater Bash procs, it's just going to be so annoying for... They're actually playing a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie in this bottom lane.
And this is like... I mean, even if he doesn't get a kill...
Yeah.
He at least stops Curly from taking the farm, even though he's trying his best to still get the farm. I'm quite impressed with the way, like, he's running around calculating when he should be running past which creep, etc. Now Vigos backs off, but yeah, enjoyable to watch. Vigos doesn't gain anything with it, but also doesn't lose anything. Well, actually doesn't gain anything. He gains maybe a bit more tough position for Curly to last hit in, even though he still got them.
Both teams are actually going to be fairly happy having this solo lane farm, because Spirit Breaker, another hero, is pretty farm dependent. He's not a very good hero, but he does bring a stun. He actually brings 2 stuns, so he has the conditional stun on the Greater Bash, he has the guaranteed stun on the Charge of Darkness, and a guaranteed stun on Nether Strike. So in reverse CM, Spirit Breaker is one of the few heroes you can sort of rely upon to actually... You're likely to get him drafted and he'll have the stun. Actually, now this is going to be a very dangerous lane for Curly. He's got to be very careful, because now that Nether Strike is on the board, Vigos can, if not kill him, do a lot of damage every time the Nether Strike cooldown is up.
Yep, and in the meantime, all of a sudden it's a dual lane here for Empire. Because Twist has decided to still go into the jungle, and he can do that, of course, being a Bloodseeker and all. But I kind of think that 4FC, they should have realized this by now, and they should be trying to take advantage of it, maybe trying to kill off something, because Scandal's actually getting himself some farm, getting himself some levels. Death Prophet, wait a second, in trouble, pops Exorcism, running away after Blumberg, might be able to get a kill. Your stick charges, are they gonna help out? Might be, 1-for-1 trade, and actually Blur Rain getting the experience, but it was very close. Zeus knew he was gonna die, so he just blew everything he had, and it was enough to get the kill in the end.
Good rotation from Iconoclast there, actually. They needed that extra bit of damage from the Skeleton King to actually get that trade. Now, Blow Your Brain, action top.
Yeah, it is going to be Jakiro landing an Ice Path. Hits it up on Bagel. They're going to be trying to go for him. Stun is there, but hey, Vigos, welcome to the party. Going on the Jakiro. Jakiro goes down. Bagel still went down as well, though, as Jakiro picked up the last hit for that, so at least he got something out of his death, as Vigos picks himself up another hero. Ricky getting the last hit for that one, and now Iconoclast is going to be the last one to go down, if he indeed does. He doesn't have mana. Yes, he does have mana. He just used his stick charges to get the mana back up. Yeah, Blumberg, one more lightning bolt, there it goes. Is there enough? Can he dive this? I don't think he can, and he won't. The movement speed of that Spirit Breaker just too high, and he knows it too, doesn't want to be risking his own life for that one, but... that was the first rotation of Spirit Breaker that actually indeed came top with that Nether Strike, and it was successful. I mean, he got his team 2 kills, even though he only got the last hit from 1.
It was, yeah, it was an okay rotation. He did get a lot from it. Blow Your Brain
More rotation, yeah. Hello, everybody. 3 heroes now on the bottom lane with Slum Bomb and Strangry rotating to help out Grilly, and a help he definitely needed. I mean, he needs that edge, as you already mentioned a couple of times.
And he got time. Because Vigos rotated away and Curly didn't, Curly honestly would have contributed nothing to the fight top, but that was space for Curly to develop, space for him to get farm, and all that time that Vigos spent walking back was a perfect opportunity for them. Blomberg is going to get charged by Spirit Breaker, but this is the fun part of watching this character.
I agree, indeed. Zeus is going to be trying to do as much damage to Bagel as he can, and Bagel will actually go down. It looks like we're going to be seeing Vigos not being able to get the kill on Blomberg. Nice Ice Path, and Vigos in trouble. Going to be trying to get helped up by Blur Brain, who indeed gets a kill. a kill on the Axe, a double kill for her after picking up also the Jakiro. Now Blomberg is going to be the next target, might be able to get another kill, has got another Crypt Swarm, and will have it to get the kill. Triple kill for Below Your Brain, and this is a Death Prophet that is going to be starting to be really, really dangerous.
Absolutely. I mean, it's probably not going to be another 8-0. Actually, he already has 2 deaths, so definitely not an 8-0 Below Your Brain Death Prophet. But Death Prophet's actually a very strong character. We don't see her that often. She's very much a very, very fringe pick in Captain's Mode. She doesn't obviously bring a stun. In terms of the mid potential, she doesn't have the ganking ability or the team fight of your Magnuses, Templar Assassins, Queen of Pains of the world. We've seen her occasionally run as a carry role, actually. IG's done it a couple of times. And in this case, I actually think this Death Prophet will be doing a little bit of carrying, simply because Scandals had pretty slow development on this Riki Maru. It's not like 4FC's 20-2 Riki that we saw a day or two ago. It's going to be a quieter Riki than that. Yes. And we might have another fight developing in the mid.
Yep, Iconoclast gonna get charged. Here's Vigos, here's Scandal as well. There's a smoke. Ice Bat though, once again, helping out. And Scandal gonna be trying to run himself away. Will be on 4 HP. Will actually still be going down. And with that looks like the engagement is about over, unless Below Your Brain is gonna die of this. There is gonna be a rupture up on the... Oh, up on Blomberg actually can't really move. Still trying to do what he can, as we have got Vigos picking up the Skeleton King still, but goes down afterwards. Hello, Curly, indeed. Welcome to get the kill. Nice one for him, actually, to get it. Maybe able to get Below Your Brain if he's lucky with this crit, but I don't think he wants to do that. Yeah.
Diving past the tier 1 tower in this case is not at all a good idea. Does Blow actually have a silence yet? Yeah, he does. So he just picked up rank 1 of silence. And this is actually really good. It'll both against Jakiro and Zeus. If they can silence out those heroes, then that'll be a fight that's going to be very difficult for 4FC to actually win. Right now, Blomberg is bringing a lot of their team fight damage. In fact, I would say the majority of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Strongest gonna die top.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, dead. Scandal picking up his second kills now. The nice numbers of 2-2-2, and it's gonna continue his farm. I mean, his farm is not really something to really write home about, as you said, but it's definitely not bad either. I mean, others are doing worse than him, so that is at least good.
That's really the standard that you apply in reverse Captain's Mode. It's not, am I doing well, but are others doing worse than me? It's like that old proverb with, I just have to be faster than you, not faster than the bear. Interesting build by Krilly, actually, going the Vlads on the Phantom Assassin, so very much an attempt to get a little bit of earlier teamfight capacity for their team, because like I said, in the absence of Zeus damage, they don't have that much. But Vlad's is a good all-around efficient item in that case. Trouble for Krilly, maybe. Yeah, here comes the cavalry, though, and they are able to pick up Krilly still, but I think Below Your Brain might be paying for this unless Strangby and Iconoclast can't do anything in that case. There goes the Bloodseeker, actually, the mid lane. Strangby gonna get bashed. There's a stun up on Vigos, though, and they try to turn it around. Ice Path helping out, and the chop is there. Strangby picking him off. And now Below Your Brain gonna get healed up again by their spirits. And Bagel comes in as well, so this is not something that Iconoclast really wants to go in on, or the rest of his team, which is already backed off, actually. Right, I think he thought that his team was coming with him, maybe with a quicker stun on BYB. He still had about 10 seconds at that point of spirits. Now they've run out, I think. Yeah, he's getting them back. So, I don't know. It's an okay fight for both teams. Once Krilly died, they basically have, like I said, like, Axe, Skeleton King, and PA together, unless PA gets a bunch of crits, do almost no damage right now. Just because Skeleton King, all he has is Treads and Wand, right? So he's not doing much. Axe isn't doing very much, although he's getting there. And PA really needs a lot more farm, especially because he went Vlad's. Blomberg's probably dead in the middle. Yeah, TPs are gonna come in. He's trying to run with Rupture on him. Looks to be pretty ballsy. He has got those bottle charges. He's gonna be able to stay alive. Actually, Twist are gonna be going for him. Here comes a charge as well from Vigos. It is gonna be a Blomberg that might be able to kill up Twist, and he does that, but Vigos comes in to still take the kill. Ice Path, though, once again on par. Strangby getting drained away from attack damage and will be picked off. There we go, Vigos. Another kill to the board. Now Jakiro is gonna be next. Another Ice Path, of course, why don't you? And it's gonna be a Iconoclast coming in. He's gonna get silenced. Gonna be landing a stun upon Vigos still. Is not gonna be able to kill him off though. And he's gonna be going down himself. And that is gonna be 4 heroes dead on the side of 4FC and Empire, walking away with only 1 casualty. That's a huge fight for Empire. Really well put together, actually. And it's just the fact that their lineup is quite good at shutting down Zeus, just because they pack a lot of silences. They have the smoke screen from the Riki. They have the silence from the Death Prophet. Poor Twista. Gets picked off by the Zeus ultimate. That's actually, they won't be too bothered about that, because you can see this Bloodseeker is like a pure, he's basically a walking Rupture and a walking Blood Rage, and his Blood Rage is going to be really good because it's a very, very long duration silence, level 6 seconds at level 1, and it's huge against Zeus because Zeus's auto attack is so atrocious that you don't mind at all if you buff it even by 120% at max rank. So the long silence on 4FC's only damage source makes it really difficult for them to win a fight. And even though Jakiro is a good support and he provides good lockdown, what he doesn't bring, he's not like a Lina. He's not providing that much damage.
Yeah, it's just the control. And I have to say though, he does a good job with that. Those ice paths have been really decent, as we see Scandal looking for maybe something on the bottom lane. Vigos hanging around there as well.
Nice ice path. Oh, you might see Blow Your Brain fall. No, he's getting away. He's too fast. The thing is, Empire have great chase, and 4FC have really bad chase. Like, almost none of their heroes can chase at all. It's just the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah,
so
and
Empire
you don't
can
really
get
want
in.
to chase with her just yet.
Not generally, no, exactly. So they can. Oh no.
They're gonna go for her. Here they come. Both locked down together. The smoke is there. Curly already be getting bursted down so fast that Colorclass will be able to stay alive. Lands a stun. Once they turn it around, Bagel's gonna be the one they want to go for, and they will be able to get him. Even though he still pops his ultimate, doesn't matter anymore. Vigos is gonna be probably running away. Scandal not gonna be caught out here, as they're actually, well, there's dust up on Iconoclast, but that's basically the only thing.
Yeah.
You might see them still going for it though. Twister hanging around here as well. Oh, Courier.
Yeah, I think Empire should keep pressuring, because that's the thing. They can get in and get out of fights so much more easily than 4FC. And this speaks to the Jakiro pick as well. Jakiro is one of the slowest supports in terms of movement speed. His base is actually 290, I think, which is quite bad. So Jakiro, Skeleton King, Zeus, even Zeus and Axe, like, these are heroes that just don't move that quickly, whereas Empire is a very, very fast composition. Razor
going down, Scandal gonna get stunned up. They really want him dead. He already dropped the smoke though. He's gonna be having some misses there. He's gonna be able to jump himself to a teammate, but taking a lot of damage, and it's Grilly that gets the last hit. Vigos gonna try to TP himself out. Is there gonna be a lightning bolt? There is. There's no stun, there's no TP, that is, and that is gonna be also Vigos going down. Iconoclast in the meantime went down, but got himself, of course, back up with the Ankh, and is gonna be helping off the kill of Below Your Brain. Scandal is gonna be buying back, and he's back here, but I think it's gonna be a bit of a wasted one, unless he can do something here. Twista, though, is gonna be going down. That's an ultra kill for Krilly. Is he gonna make it a rampage? One crit needed. Where is the hit? There we go. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
What a disappointment. But that was, I think, I was saying that it's good for Empire to keep pressuring, but under the tower was not the place to do it. Yeah, because under the tower you have so much less mobility. It doesn't matter if all of your characters are faster and they slow the opposing team. They can just stand and deliver, and 4FC is a perfectly fine stand and deliver team, especially Zeus. Like, he can't really chase, but if he can just sit there spamming his abilities at you, it could be a disaster. Vigos.
Yeah, I was wondering. He's just sitting there with the double damage rune, watching 4 heroes run by. Like,
yeah, they also expended a lot of resources killing the Skeleton King, only to run straight into his ultimate.
Oh, wow. He walks into a Centaur, but he is going to be having his escape. Or is he? Or is he? Whoa. Is he? What?
He charged the Jakiro who TP'd.
Oh, that is not a good choice. If you click on the map, it's always going to a hero, I believe. We're gonna be having Razor picked up as well. Below Your Brain is gonna be picked up here as well. If the crits are lucky, that is nice smoke. Very nice smoke. Below Your Brain, though, still gonna be going down. Zeus ulti once again. Already 3 dead once again on the side of Empire. We have Scandal running for his life. Is gonna be going down, unless he can do something. No, he goes down. There we go. Axe getting himself another kill. Twister running himself away. Gets himself a Battle Hunger, but won't be getting chased. And again, 4 heroes dead on the side of Empire.
Yeah, Empire are really paying for these set-piece fights, because this Jakiro, he's been doing work, especially some absolutely huge ice paths. In that fight, actually, they would have lost dramatically were it not for a 3-person ice path, because there were a lot of silenced people. Battle Hunger.
That Battle Hunger. That actually still killed him.
Wow, Vigos wants to fight again? He will find a Iconoclast solo, so he might actually get this kill. But Empire just feel like they had an advantage, but not nearly enough of one for their behavior since then.
I'm not sure if this is the right thing, though. I mean, the tower is still there. Oh, there you can kill them off. Never mind, he's dead. Or is he? No. Mechanism. Hey, Axe! Welcome to the fight. Having a mechanism very nicely done. The urn charge is still there. Might be. No. Yeah, it's okay. He's fine.
He popped his magic wand and mechanism, and those two together were enough to keep him alive. Empire, though, still playing so aggressively. I mean, very fun to watch this team play this much balls to the wall, basically. But they'll probably have the tower. I can't imagine that there's anything 4FC can do about this. I just don't know how much that tower gives. I would love to see a ward, or maybe even 2 wards for either team, just because against Spirit Breaker, and when you're on the same team as Spirit Breaker, wards are really good because you can actually see what's going on. So that would be good if either team were at all interested in that.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of wondering, because Empire, like you said, I mean, they're just playing 5-man Dota right now. Well, 4 men, because what's he gonna attempt to farm? Wait a second, really in trouble. And they want to fight this. Because 4FC, they're not too sad about how this is going. I mean, they've been winning teamfight after teamfight, and it looks like they're going to try to go against Strangby. Going to be going for a Berserker Skull. Has got 2. Blomberg, though, getting silenced up. There goes all the damage that he can pump out, but he will still go down. Krilly actually also going down. Iconoclast does not have his ulti. Goes down. 3 dead. 4FC on the run, and it is going to be just Jakiro that is going to be laying a Mecropire, at least trying to do something.
Really nice.
Bagel, actually, whoa. Having to be careful there. Ice Path is gonna help out, but Jakiro goes down. Strangby has got 7 stick charges, 8.
That's a wipe.
There's, yeah.
1 more Q from Death Prophet.
Earn charge, or Blink Strike, or Death Prophet. Triple kill for Blow Your Brain, but that is gonna be a team wipe. That is something that Empire needed.
Yeah, that was really, really good. 4FC just sort of, again, I hate to keep bringing this up, but I actually think it's been the major factor in this game is they were trying to chase Empire, and Axe moves substantially faster than the rest of the team. So he got there, he pops his Berserker's Call, and everybody else from the team, like Axe is here, everybody else from the team is back here, like slowly walking in. So all Empire needed to do, and this is a classic Russian army tactic, is cut off the advance of all of the team except for sort of the front lines. So Axe is over here, and the rest of the team gets taken apart by Empire 5v4. And basically once 2 to 3 people are down, especially once Krilly is down, because his Vlad is actually extremely important. So the longer this piece survives, the more of an advantage in terms of armor that 4FC have relative to Empire's team. So they kill Krilly, they get Skeleton King, and all of a sudden now their only disable or damage comes from Zeus and Jakiro. And Zeus is very, very flimsy.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing Scandal walking around next to a sentry. We're
Oh,
gonna get burst and down, and Ice Path catches Blow Your Brain as well. They might be able to get it as well. Battle Hunger up on their Mecropire trying to help out, but the mechanism also up on Blow Your Brain, and the silence there makes sure that Iconoclast is gonna be moving backwards again. Charges up, actually. Oh, Vigos, you really want to do this? Oh, walks inside an Ice Path. Nicely done. It is gonna be Dulbreath trying to help out. Iconoclast on the run, still very low on HP. Another silence, a 3-man silence, and that is gonna be picking off the Ankh at least from the Skeleton King. 5 heroes will be back alive again though, on both teams.
It's a good buyback, actually. It dissuaded Empire from pushing their advantage anymore because the Jakiro would be able to turn it around. Smart, very smart buyback, and you don't mind quote-unquote wasting gold on Jakiro because he's really not an item-dependent hero. They might get Twista, yeah. These AoE silences are starting to become a big deal. I mean, rank 3 Smokescreen plus Death Prophet, they have so much AoE silence. They might actually get Scandal with the Battle Hunger.
I think they will.
Yeah, he probably will die, I think. Almost certainly will die, actually.
Oh, 6 charges.
No, he's still screwed, I think.
Yeah,
are you watching this? Yeah, no, he's okay. He's okay.
He's okay. He's okay.
He switched treads to strength. I forgot he could do that.
Cool. Yeah, but yeah, like you said, I mean, the trade for the Jakiro Ricky was a good one for 4FC, and both bought back actually, so that's also a good buyback versus a good buyback, so it's the Tier 1 tower getting dropped, Tier 2 getting harassed. Towers so far are 1 tower in favor of Empire actually, and they are also in favor of the gold. Especially after that last team wipe, that was kind of massive going towards the 4K, but these 2 towers will be dropping it back again. Experience graph, I mean, it's going back and forth. Fight versus fight, I mean, then Empire takes a fight, then 4FC takes a fight. It's very clear that there's nothing decided just yet in this game.
It was starting to look very good for 4FC, and then I think they pressed their advantage and they tried to do what their team composition isn't suited to do, which is sort of chase down and kill 1 by 1. But actually, Vigos's BKB is going to make a huge difference. Spirit Breaker is much, much, much more dangerous once he has a BKB. They're going to start trying to get kills from that.
Oh, that BKB helping out is going to be Slumbomb that's going to be in trouble. There goes another strike. Iconoclast can't do anything. That BKB, the longest duration ever. Force staff. Helping out from Blomberg. Sun is still there, but I don't think he can chase.
King. Get out of there.
Run, Forrest, run. Here comes Blumber again getting a rupture up on him. Getting a bit of vision from Scannel.
They're okay.
Thunder's Wrath helping out Twist Eye. Wow, that was melting down so fast like ice under the hot sun. And it's gonna be Empire that backs off.
I don't love this Shadow Blade from Twisted. It's not that Shadow Blade's a bad item. It's actually, after all the buffs, it's pretty efficient and it's cool. But they run into detection so often on this team that I feel like adding another person that's going to be afraid of detection is only going to compound the issue in some respects. I would love to see this Bloodseeker go something a little more like robust or generally good of an item. Even if he has to go Force Staff himself, might be nice. Blow Your Brain, though, he's getting pretty tanky. The thing about Death Prophet is she has pretty good strength gain, and she's very, very quick, so it's hard to kill her. Plus, obviously, the Exorcism Spirits will heal her when they come back. So on Death Prophet, you always build very, very tanky. And you can see Blow Your Brain has their mech. He's got drums, which is good stats. He has Ghost Scepter to keep himself alive from the fact that 4FC is almost all physical damage other than Zeus and Jakiro. And now he's probably going to go... so there's two ways you can go with this Ultimate Orb. He might go Lincoln's, or he could go Sheepstick, which I think is a little more likely.
Yeah, Sheepstick would be a good option for sure, especially if Krilly actually gets to
Oh
be
no,
that
Vigos.
person.
Ooh, barely.
I thought it
That
was gonna be
global
safe.
Hellfire Blast. Yeah, he is safe, but that Skeleton King thing will hit him.
Yeah.
If you keep an eye on it. Right in the face in about 2 seconds, I think. Unless it already hit.
I think it already hit. But
Oh, that's too bad. I'm sad that I missed it. The thing about Spirit Breaker, one of the many problems with this hero, and I hate to hate on him, but he's just... is that you kind of need the BKB. It's completely non-negotiable, otherwise you just get stunned as you try to come in. But you also need damage, otherwise you can't do anything after you've come in. And you also need some sort of teamfight utility. So it's like you almost, in a real game, you almost need BKB and something to do damage. Usually people go for Mask of Madness just because it's efficient. And you need something like Ag Scepter. Ag Scepter is actually a really good item on Spirit Breaker. I would love to see it in this game. Because Empire are so poor on stuns, in fact more than poor, their literal only stuns are coming from Vigos. So upgrading his ultimate to be an AoE stun, I actually think could turn some fights for them.
Definitely. And I mean, with this game, the way it's going, I think we might actually be seeing a fairly long game. Because like normally you have a situation at some point where it's like, okay, you know what, if this team gets one more team fight going for them, it's over. But in this case, I don't think that's not
really
the
close.
case.
No,
even if one team right now loses the team fight, it's still not over.
It's super duper close, and I actually would give it slightly to Empire right now, just because I think their strategy is overall a little bit more robust. In fact, I don't know how they're going to deal with the Death Prophet later, but we're going to see in this next fight.
Yeah, there goes the ultimate already. Nice Ice Path, picking up Vigos before he can use the BKB. There he goes still, though. He's going to be Blow Your Brain. That is popping the Ghost Scepter, still alive for now. Blumberg will be the first one to go down, but he already used all his mana, I think. Anyway, Jakiro is going to be going down after landing a 4-man Ice Path. But where are the kills? There is another one, there is another one. It is gonna be 3 for 2 right now with Twista using his using his Shadow Blade to get away. And is gonna be picked up still here, probably. The vision just, oh, there's a dust. I was gonna say, the stun just out of range of the sentry. The triple kill for the TA, and he gets the Aegis. Really, it's gonna be a happy, rich TA. 4 heroes at an Empire, and I have to say, I give credit to Jakiro for that 4-man Ice Path.
Yeah, that was huge. In the early part of that fight, I actually thought Empire were going to skate out no problem, because 4FC put so much damage on Blow Your Brain, it took forever to kill him because of the Ghost Scepter. But in the end, you know, team with no disables, or with really just the Nether Strike, versus team with really good disables. Jakiro is such an amazing hero in the Roshan Pit, and I don't want to give all the credit to the hero. I mean, Slombomb placed 2 Ice Paths that were just absolutely huge, especially that second Ice Path on 4 heroes. I mean, Empire are kind of paying for their drafting hubris, I feel, Sheever. I mean, they put this Jakiro in play, thinking that, you know, he's so slow and ineffective, just we can sort of chase him down and kill him early in fights. But because Empire didn't get a convincing advantage early, or they started getting an advantage, but they immediately threw it away, now they find themselves in situations where the fights just last too long to rely on moving faster. It doesn't matter if you're faster than the other team if you're fighting in the Roshan Pit. Like, your speed won't help you. And so Empire, they're getting caught really, really hard by these Jakiro Ice Paths. I think they gotta focus more on silencing him right at the beginning of fights, or even like before a fight starts, and just take the team apart after that.
Yeah, and then of course, I mean, they went in a bit blind for the Roshan. I mean, they did have a ward, but the smoke was there, so no sentry.
Oh no,
twist, and that is exactly what you said. I mean, if you're gonna be picking up a Shadow Blade in a team that already has a Riki, you should be expecting those sentries. You should expect that vision from your opponent team.
Right.
And that is just not there.
Yeah, like I'm sure you've played pubs where you pick up a Shadow Blade, and then someone else on your team takes a Shadow Blade, and you're just like, why? And so that's pretty much exactly what happened here, except nobody else has a Shadow Blade, it's just Ricky Maru. Like, they're spamming sentries. Twist is not happy. He's not happy about the sentry rules.
Not at all, not at all. But yeah, he should have expected that. That is so true. Curly, in the meantime, by the way, he is doing really well on the farm right now. He is top of the net worth from everybody. Also now higher than Blow Your Brain, who was on top of the list for a very long time after having a successful mid. But he has started to pull ahead, and he picked himself up a Demon's Edge, so I think we're going to be seeing MKB fairly soon. Especially just to hit under the cloud.
Yeah, I think MKB is a good pickup. It's going to start bringing them that damage. We're going to see Cuirass coming out from Skeleton King as well. Of course, the armor bonus does not stack with Vladimir's offering, but the armor debuff... Oh, Scandal.
Nice Berserker Skull. Finds himself Scandal. Does he have enough damage? So doesn't think so.
Okay, it's fine.
There goes the Thunder's Wrath, or the Lightning Bolt. There we go. That's, yeah, gone. Really bad. Biggle's gonna be having to charge himself away, and indeed does so. Charges himself to, oh.
He's charging all the way across to, I think, a creep at the bottom right.
Oh
no! Bigos, no! Did they stun him in mid-flight?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they popped off the Hellfire Blast or something.
Yeah. But it was just... That's kind of sad.
Empire, I want to talk about the Zeus too, because the other problem for this Ricky Moreau is that Zeus, like in that case, he actually popped the Thunder God's Wrath solely to generate True Sight of the Ricky. Otherwise, they wouldn't have caught Scandal. But consequently, not only are they getting Sentry Wards to catch out Stealth, even if Ricky escapes the Sentry Wards, they can just use Thunder God's Wrath to generate even more True Sight. And Scandal's had a really hard game. Like, he's 6'8", 11. He does have Vlads and Cloak. I would love to see, they need a pipe, in my opinion. I actually think the Ultimate Orb from Blow Your Brain was worse than just trying to rush up a pipe or something, because the Zeus has been doing so much damage at the beginning of these fights. And they're gonna Rax, I think.
Well, they're gonna try it at least. Nice silence though, up on 3 people. It doesn't scare them off too much. Scandal hanging around there. Iconoclast able to just stand there and hit stuff like no tomorrow.
Yeah. When Vigos is down, they can leave whenever they want.
Blomberg getting Rupture. Here comes the Exorcism as well. Iconoclast gonna be going down, but will have his Ankh. Blomberg gonna get forced away with the Raptor on him. He has to run, uses everything before he does that. Nice ice bath! Jump! Scandal going down. Blomberg will be forced off the way into safety as it is Vigos that dies. Twisted that dies.
It really is huge.
Bagel gonna get stunned up. Another ice bath because Scandal came back to try and pick up Blomberg, but Blomberg is still alive. Triple kill for Strangby, and it's only Blow Your Brain that's left alive. And that was, I don't know, they just really wanted Blomberg and they didn't get him.
It's Slum Bomb again on this Jakiro. I mean, basically MVP. Well, I mean, he's on like the best hero in the game. Like, of the 10 heroes in this game, Jakiro's like the only good one. I kid. A lot of these heroes are fine. But Jakiro's definitely like the most competitively viable hero here. And Slum Bomb's been milking that for all it's worth. I mean, he's had such... That Ice Path, saving Blomberg. I mean, Zeus does so much damage when he's not disabled. And as long as he can stay alive, he can just keep spamming the Arc Lightning, keep spamming the Lightning Bolt, and eventually, like, you just can't keep up with the damage. Whenever Vigos is down, Empire have no stuns. They have no actual capacity to defend an area.
Oh, we're gonna see maybe Curly slightly overextending. Well, let's go for Blow Your Brain. Blow Your Brain still goes down to the Axe. Buys back though, and Curly gonna be burned away from a lot of damage, and his Aegis is gonna get burned, but he does buy time for Strangby to TP himself into safety. Curly is gonna try to do the same thing.
Oh no, he's gonna make it. Nope.
No, not gonna make it. I was gonna say, in a team with no disables apart from Spirit Breaker, he was there just in time with another strike.
If that had been a 10th of a second later of Sheever, he would still be dead, so Curly would die, but Vigos would be inside the Radiant Fountain. Because that's how Nether Strike works. At the end of the cast, it TPs you to it teleports you to the location of the opposing player. So if it had hit after the TP, which it was a 10th of a second off from doing, Vigos would be stuck inside of 4FC's fountain, which would be very sad for him.
Yep. Oh, I'm not sure what Twista's thinking right now. I mean, there's no ward, so that's good. Looks like Empire wants to take a Rex in return. I don't think they can take more than a Rex, even if they can. They're gonna try it though.
This was a mistake. They need to, yeah, they piped. They need to go because they used the Death Prophet ultimate. They could have just waited for the buyback and then not used the DP ultimate, but now they like, I don't know. They either need to go now or just wait another 100 seconds for the exorcism. They're gonna wait. This is probably smart, but still, it's 2 minutes in which 4FC don't need to worry about Empire at all, really.
Yeah, gives Krilly some more time to farm as he finished off his MKB, indeed. I mean, he did buy back just now, didn't he? So
yeah, he had finished the MKB in Empire's fountain, and then ooh, they're gonna fight after all.
They're gonna charge. Krilly is gonna be the target. BKB is on there. There goes Blomberg with the most damage that he can throw out. Helps out killing off Skeleton King. Blomberg now on the way out gets himself another rupture. Why don't you? It is gonna be Ricky that goes down. Vigo's on the run. It's gonna be chased down by Krilly, and as we said at the start of the game, Krilly is basically the only one that can actually chase, and he can chase fairly well if he has the items, and he gets himself the kill.
Now that Krilly is big, Empire can no longer get away from fights easily, and you just see that in that fight. Like, nobody was escaping. Scandal tried. He was actually he would have made it if not for MKB mini bash. Actually, Krilly mini bashed him inside of the smoke cloud. Smoke cloud TP is usually pretty good because it silences anybody inside it. Plus, they have a miss chance. So there was actually a very low chance for him to get mini bashed, and he got really unlucky. Yep,
unless you have an MKB. Goes through the smoke. Smokes don't hurt Krilly anymore, so indeed.
Right. Krilly doesn't care.
Krilly doesn't care. And looks like they also want to take the tower. I have to say though, because I don't think the entire team of Empire committed to that attempted kill on the bottom lane, and it kind of felt a bit sloppy to me.
Yeah.
Like a one-man decision, and then it was too late to call it off, and people came to help to try and do something still, but
Vegas is the kind of guy who gets pretty hyped, and I think he thought that they could turn that around. But yeah, Blow wasn't anywhere near the fight. And Blow has so much of their silence potential and their damage. And
oh, Blow!
Not for long.
Ice Path finally gonna hit nobody for the first time I think I've seen it in a fight. Pipe goes off for both sides. Exorcism once again. It does force all of 4FC away, and it's actually gonna be chased. They want to have this. The Ice Path is still there. Goes the Thunder Wrath. It's gonna be Slowmon. That's now picked up, and that could be a big win for Empire. Going for the Zeus next. Can they get him? Yes, they can. And they're gonna be looking for more. It's totally a spread out fight, by the way. Here comes Iconoclast really looking for a kill up on the Spear Breaker. Actually, it is gonna be a silence up there. Whoa, Scandal. Trouble for him, but he should be able to get himself away. Never mind. Never mind. Krilly fights himself. Here comes Iconoclast back up again. Lands a ton upon Bagel. Bagel goes down. Double kill for Krilly. And this is a 3-4.
Oh no, really? Did they Blood Rush? Okay, it's only rank 1 Blood Rage. Okay, I was really concerned because you don't Blood Rage a Phantom Assassin.
No, that should not be. They should not do that. He has enough damage.
It's okay if you're trying to escape. Because, like, if she can't Stifling Dagger and Phantom Strike, they can't actually chase you.
Oh, Blow Your Brain gonna get stunned up. I'd already used the Ghost after trying to layer Execution, but I think it will be an Execution regardless.
Yes.
So there we go. PA just picks her up. Twister gonna be able to run away with a nice Shadow Blade that he has, but his barracks will still go down. And I think we are about to witness the end of this game.
Yeah, I think 4FC have sealed this, and it just became a matter of PA. The lanes weren't super punishing for her, and he found his farm in the end. And when you give PA her farm, she can do a lot of damage. 4FC just playing this pretty smart. The heroes that they were given meant that they could run basically a solo core, and they ran it. They correctly identified that whenever you're on aToD, you sometimes have to be like, I know that all 5 of my heroes are farm dependent. 4FC didn't have that problem, I'm just talking in general. Yep. So who is the most farm dependent hero? And let's make sure we get that person farm. And that's what 4FC did with this Phantom Assassin. And Krilly ends up really, I mean, he did all the damage in these fights basically. And that made the difference. That and the Jakiro. I mean, even though he ends up level 14, those were such important stuns in every one of those engagements.
Yeah, in the meantime we see them fountain diving a bit. I mean, this is good though, because if it's gonna come down to a tie, it is kills per team that make a difference. I think this game is therefore for both teams actually done quite a good job. As for now, Empire is gonna be on par with Mousesports in terms of games played and games won. And 4FC is gonna be the top of the group. Because these two teams were both 2-0 in the group stages, 2 wins, 0 losses. And right now it is 3 wins, 0 losses for 4FC. And 2 wins, 1 loss for Empire, same as Mousesports, who they beat yesterday. 4FC still have to face Mousesports though. That is one thing that I have to note. And that could be meaning a tie. And one of these kind of games, with this amount of kills, could really help them out, because kill rating...
There were a lot of kills.
Kill rating in the tiebreaker. There were a lot of kills.
So how long is the group stage, Sheever?
I think it's gonna end after this weekend.
Okay,
but I'm
so
not entirely sure.
Each team plays each other team in the group once, or more than once?
Once. Each team plays each other once, and the top two of both groups, as there's America's group and the European group, they go through to the playoffs, which is gonna be best out of 1, apart from the finals, which are best out of 3, for as far as I've been told.
Is it single elim?
No, double elimination, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Because I am actually not the official caster for the tournament. It is Toby, but he will be casting when he is actually able to, again, as he... Well, this was a bit last-minute call, I guess, for him as well. So, as it was only decided today that this game would still happen.
Right.
You can do shoutouts, plugins. Where can people find you? And who are you?
Who am I? Well, I'm Vykromond. People can check me out pretty much anywhere Vykromond goods are sold. It's Vykromond. You can Google it. I have a Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. Usually I'm casting things like the Premier League. We'll be casting the playoffs of that this weekend, I believe, so people should check that out. And the Netherlick Pro League, which I think Sheever's been chipping in on as well. So that's in the early mornings and early evenings US time, in the extremely early mornings and normal time European time. And that's NETOLIC.
It's just a nice, comfortable afternoon cast, it is.
Yeah, for you.
Well,
but yeah, thanks, Sheever. Thanks for the opportunity. It was a bit last minute, but I was really happy to be able to come in here. And this was a great game.
Yeah.
Really washed the taste of that last game out of my mouth a bit.
Yeah, because the last game last time was kind of sad. I mean, it was very short. Yeah.
But this made up for it. This was great.
I think so too, and of course, if people want to know more about the aToD theory, first of all, you can buy a ticket. It is buyable in the Dota TV store, as normally the games are actually watchable in Dota TV, even though for this one apparently that was not the case. There might have been some bug with reverse captain's mode in combination with tickets, but that's gonna be found out. And as far as brackets go, if you go to Join Dota and you look up the news post from the aToD 3, you will you will be able to see the standings of the groups, as that is at the moment, I believe, the only place where you can find the standings, and they are being kept up to date in that news post. But you do have to go down a bit because, of course, the news post was from a while ago. And if people want to follow me, you can do that, of course, also on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, all under the same name of SheeverGaming. And also, of course, check out SheeverGaming.com, where you can find all the matches of today, tomorrow, the VODs of all the games, all the casters, and all the tournaments. So definitely check that out. And also, of course, thank you, Vykromond, for co-casting. It was enjoyable.
Thank you,
and
Sheever.
Indeed, happy that there was a remake in the end.
Yeah.
Kind of luck. Okay, so we are gonna jump ourselves out of this game. Stick around for matchmaking or something, because this was all the competitive Dota that I'm gonna be casting today, and that all the competitive Dota that there was today. I believe there is still gonna be a Netolic Pro League game later tonight in
hours, I think.
Yeah, in 3 hours, at 1 AM CEST time, so that is indeed in 3 hours, so you can prepare yourself for that. If you're from Europe, you might not be able to watch that, but you can always catch the VODs, because Netolic has actually a YouTube. But let's jump ourselves out of this game before I'm advertising other tournaments in this one.
Alright, peace, Sheever. Thanks.
Laters.